everything we've put into this event.
A year's worth of work.
A year's worth of work, literally hundreds of people. Hours and hours and days of love.
Weekly meetings.
Weekly meetings, twice a week, 3 times a week, banging my head against a wall, trying to get pencil sketches done. The amount of time and effort and labor that went into creating this world, it's spectacular. And you can't get that kind of product unless people love the series. They love whatever it is. Awesome. Perfect. This is the best meeting of all time. I sent a ticket into the merchandise email. I didn't know what else to do, but I felt it in my heart. When I sent that over to the store, it was you who responded.
I remember someone from my team saw your ticket come through and said, hey, you actually might want to take a look at this one, because we do get a lot of submissions. Yeah. I saw it and I was like, wow, this guy actually seems to have the resume and the fan. I emailed you back and I said, we actually do have an idea that we could use a little help with.
The one thing we could do is do a little moment here on the arch. The arch is about 30 feet in front of you when you leave the tunnel. And the fact that you actually said, there's something that I'd like to talk to you about. Oh boy, okay, what is it gonna be? And then we met.
Yeah, so you came out to the convention in 2023 and we said, hey, we wanna do this ball. And I remember it was in that meeting that we were kicking around ideas for the name, and that's where we came up with the name Worldhopper Ball.
When I was back at home, I was sitting in my office at my chair trying to think about like what would make an incredible ball experience. I think people kind of feel this lightning bolt sometimes of creativity, and it just, Adolin and Shalon's wedding. So once I had locked onto what I wanted to pitch to you guys in the story, I felt very confident to come out, and I was very excited to pitch to you guys.
And we had no idea what you were gonna pitch, and then you were like, let's do the wedding. And we hadn't even thought of that as a theme. It was, again, that moment of, that is so perfect, because again, it's not in the books, and as a former beta reader, we have often gotten blamed for that scene not being in the books. And we sat down with Brandon and we said, Brandon, here's other Brandon, and he wants to pitch the idea for this ball of Adolin and Shalon's wedding, because it's not in the books. And if you've read Wind and Truth, minor spoiler alert, Brandon very nonchalantly says, oh yeah, but I wrote it in A Stormlight 5. Mic drop.
Mic drop. Brandon Sanderson, mic drop.
It was
the coincidence
the
that
absolute coincidence that we picked something that he had already been writing. We were able to incorporate, you got to read the scene, we were able to incorporate some Easter eggs.
Yes.
And we started planning, I think, from that moment.
From that moment we did,
It was like, this feels right, this is the right thing.
And it still gave us the space to explore as an experiential novella.
Yeah, so we got to throw this fantastical party 5 times and have the fans feel like they are inside the books.
A moment of reverent awe as you witness the entrance of Jasna Kaylee, Queen of Alethkar.
Being a part of the story was really the best experience for the fans and for the cast.
I love you dearly. We will end our remarks there.
Our vision was to bring these characters and this world to life in a way that made sense and that was faithful and that really ushered in a feeling of joy and love for this series.
There was lots of communication with all of the different moving pieces before we ever even got to Salt Lake to make sure that they knew where they needed to be and what they needed to be doing next, and to make sure that they had everything that they needed. They had their props, they knew their cues.
The cast, they were all fans. They love Brandon Sanderson.
This is spectacular. Everyone's gonna love this.
As avid readers, we want to be a part of the story.
We may have agreed that there would be no speeches, but I think I still deserve a gift. You got Shalon those lovely boots. But what about me? Where's my gift, bridge boy?
On got the boots because I didn't want her conning me out of another pair. And now it appears I have been conned again.
How did I react when I got the role of Adolin? I freaked out. I think I showed my fiance the email offering me the role of Adolin, and then we both screamed.
I was stoked when I found out that I was actually getting to play Boyd, but I was also a little bit terrified.
Oh my goodness, I was so excited when I found out they'd cast me as Navani because I really wanted to go to the Worldhopper ball, and by the time I even knew about it, it was all sold out.
I received my email. We would love to offer you the role of Shalon. I went, are you sure? I mean, like, it's a dream come true.
I've always wanted to work on one of Brandon Sanderson's works, which there were no live actions yet or anything like that, so I was over the moon.
I wasn't too sure how to move my hands and stuff on stage, so that took some work and some practice, but I started to figure it out after the first show, I believe.
The most fun part of getting to perform Adolin live was fulfilling some of my personal fantasies, like dueling Kaladin and having a wedding dance with Shalon.
It was a whole shared experience where we got to be a part of this fantasy together. It was awesome.
Most people don't love to get made fun of, especially publicly. But when it comes to Hoyd, people were walking in the door, I would make fun of them, and they were overjoyed to be insulted.
The times when someone really laughed or lit up or said thank you or had a moment of joy seeing me as this character, that was just, it was one of the best things I've ever experienced.
It was thrilling to be a part of, and I'm just so grateful that I was able to help tell that wonderful woman's story.
Just the entire vibe and energy was remarkable.
Thank you for an unforgettable night and a core memory for life.
Every single one of these costumes, I wanted to make it unique but identifiable. And one of the challenges with this is I'd never done such a large group of costumes, and I drew a lot on what I knew about these Cosmere characters to give them subtle unifying elements. When I approached the two uniforms for Dalinar and Kaladin, I wanted it to be very much an officer's uniform, and then we have Bright Lord Dalinar. So Kaladin's blue Kellyn coat was trimmed with white as well as silver. And then with Dalinar, I also chose the white and blue main accents, but Dalinar got gold.
My role was assisting in the overall look for the ball, as well as the printed signage, like the bar menus, food menus, any directional signage that told you where to go, bar headers, napkins, coasters. We had a lot of conversation of how do we bring lore and different elements from the book into the design as little Easter eggs, and making sure it just feels like we are on Roshar. Something that I'm really proud of is the guest book. I was not the one to make it, my mom did. She's such an incredible artist and creator. She's a bookbinder as well. So having her work be part of the event was really special to me. I would see her book and everyone lining up to sign it, and I'm like, good job, Mom.
Welcome to the Worldhopper Ball.
Thank you.
We are now outside of the main entrance, starting with our Worldhopper Ball clock. We have the symbol of Roshar selected, because that's where we are. Number 5 is the next hand, because that is the book release. And we have the constellation in the back with the year at the top.
So now we're gonna enter. We're gonna head through Shadesmar.
Head through Shadesmar, through the Oath Gate right here. When we're during the event, we have the black and white Oath Gate Guardians with their spears. They would let us through, and Shadesmar pretty much starts right here.
Right. And you have some audio for this as well that's not playing right now.
That's right. We layered a few things. We have the vows playing between Adolin and Shalon.
Yeah.
And then underneath that, we have a piece of music, and we have clinking glass.
The idea being that the wedding ceremony has already happened, so you don't have to recreate that for what you're doing here. This is the after party. This is a wonderful Shadesmar. How'd you come up with these things?
We really just tried to stick as closely to your source material as we could. As you know, there are very specific images of Shadesmar.
It's so spectacular. I'm worried that people will be so eager to get in there, they won't notice all the detail you did on the entrance. But I bet it's really appreciated, even if people aren't noticing every detail.
The importance with the Shadesmar tunnel is that we always want to create a ritualization that you're now leaving behind.
Okay. Yeah.
And going into the event, you're letting go of who you were, and you are allowed to be someone else now.
So we're on one of the top floors of Earthiru.
Yes.
We're doing the after party after the wedding has happened.
Correct.
We have this very nice dance floor in the center because we want to have people able to dance with.
Yes.
You know.
A lot of this has to do with how do we depict Alethi culture. Right?
Yeah.
The red and the blue, of course, represent Adolin and Shallan.
Yeah.
And House Collin and House Jabbar.
Now this is where the wedding party is going to sit during the actual thing. We have live actors who are embodying the characters, and we've got a wit as an MC up here and things like this. Tell me about the background here.
Yes, so because the Earthiru has a very large atrium window, we did what we could to represent that. So this is supposed to be, you're looking out of the atrium window at the top floor, and that's why you can see all the different peaks in the background. All the heralds representing all of the Boran culture. The hardest thing that we had to deal with was the strata. Honestly, I'd love to know, did we get it right?
Yeah, it looks really good to me.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we have the bar here.
Yes.
You're doing Alethi wine.
Yes.
And for our event, both alcoholic versions and non.
Correct.
I tried the Sapphire.
Okay.
It was very delicious. It was so good I had a second.
Oh,
so.
that's fantastic to hear.
Yep.
And we tried very hard to create a world of color. So we thought doing kind of an LED backlit bar was the way to go there, make it really pop.
It looked really good. The goblets look so good with all those colorful drinks in them. They look so cool. So we got our glyph ward station.
Yes. We burn our prayers to the Almighty with glyph wards, and on a wedding day, it is Alethi custom for I believe it's the bride to go in separately and issue one of those. Funny enough, we're doing this with flash paper, so this stuff burns up immediately.
Yep. And we got permission to actually burn them.
The fire marshal actually said he thought it was very cool, so he's a fan.
And here we have the Gancho Chowta bar.
Yep.
Emily tried the chowta. I was too busy taking pictures, so I'm going to try it tonight. She said it was really delicious.
Wonderful. It's wonderful to hear that. We brought in a really specific food and beverage manager, a very longtime friend of mine.
Yeah, and then we have Rock's Curry Cauldron.
Rock's Curry Cauldron, and we have our two stews. We have our spicy, and we have our sweet. You know, the moment you walk in here, people are wowed by Shadesmar. Wow, it's dark, it's getting them in the mode, and then they come out, and they just see column, dance floor, stage, and it's this wonderful, wonderful shot that just goes right down the center.
It is really spectacular. Now this is something I added to you last minute. Some of the original handwritten pages for White Sand, the first book that I ever finished, that I wrote in this notebook in Korea while I was there. We pulled out the beginnings of the Cosmere, right here, and we framed it and put it up for people. So yeah.
I mean, and you know how the fans are. Like that is so cool for them to see.
Yeah, it is so cool. And then we also have a few from Wind and Truth that we actually let those ones, the fans be able to buy those.
Yeah.
So. This guy right here is just for display.
It's so cool. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
And then we do have our gift table set up.
Yes, the gift table. There was a call at Dragonsteel for swords.
Yes. In the story, Adolin receives 47 swords.
Yep.
It's a specific number, and we needed to get everything we possibly could here on the table. Couldn't fit all 47, but you know, I think people will get the idea here.
Our wedding swords, mine and Emily's, are in here. Right. Because we had swords at our wedding.
And then this is, if you want to take a look at any of the signatures here.
Oh, yes.
This book was made by one of my employees' mother.
We've got the guest book.
Yeah, and people waited, I want to say 30 minutes after the event had already ended.
Let's do one.
Yeah.
And there we are.
So cool.
Well, thank you very much for bringing this to life.
It literally is my honor and pleasure. Thank you for giving me the opportunity as well to bring this world to life. Thank you for trusting in me. Your worlds and your stories mean so much to me, and so much to so many people. So it's literally a privilege to be able to bring this stuff to life.
Well, thank you. It has been delightful for me to see, and I'm looking forward to tonight.
Yes, amazing.
Well, there we are.
Shall we go out the perpendicularity?
Let's go back out. Off we go.
This is the first real life adaptation of Brandon's work. The fact that we are doing this now together, it just goes to show you, if you are passionate about something, you trust in yourself, you trust in your skills and expertise, follow it. Just keep going. Like Dalinar says, the most important step a person can take is the next one.
The next one.